Yo, what's good, everybody? I'm gonna make this, I don't know how long this gonna be, but this is the workout video. Pretty much on how to work out as a vegan. If those that don't know what a vegan is pretty much someone that doesn't eat meat or anything that's animal products. And that's pretty much it. So the only thing you'll really be eating is vegetables, fruit, whole grains, legumes like beans and stuff like that. That's what you primarily eat. I've been eating like that for like maybe 4 years now. I've been a vegan for about 4 years, 3 years, somewhere around there. So it's been a minute. And, as you become a vegan, you lose a lot of fat and even muscle mass, because a lot of the stuff that we usually eat, like milk, meat, dairy, I mean, just anything you can name regarding that, you get a lot of different vitamins and stuff like that that you don't usually get as a vegan. But there's ways you could counter that and things like that. On top of that, there's other ways to get those nutrients outside of that. So I kind of talk about that in another video and stuff like that, what I do and stuff like that. But in this video, I'm gonna show y'all how I work out and gain muscle and stuff like that as a vegan, without having all the stuff that people usually say about eating a lot of meat and stuff like that. So pretty much my workouts, I want to say this before I even start this video. So if you're trying to get to that point of working out consistently with yourself, the first thing you need to do is address self. You have to address self. So what I mean by that is you have to address problems, get to your fears, all of that. You have to get through all of that. And you have to get on the path of love, from what I'm about to show you. Because that's how I am today. It's because I'm on the path of love. That's the only way you can get yourself to consistently work out for self, is if you decide to get on the path of love. All of the strength that I gain is out of love. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll talk about all that other stuff in another video. But to start off, right, I started out pretty simple. When I first started, I just kind of just did two things. I did curls with some dumbbells and push-ups. That's how I first started. I've been working out for 2 years, but that's how I first started out, is by doing that. And then over time, I started building things up slowly. The most important thing while doing this on the path of love is that, and this is with anything, you want to go at your own pace. You want to go at a pace that's best for you, for self. If you go at a pace that's out of anxious and stuff like that fly, like out of anxious and anxiety and stuff like that, you will not prosper the way you're supposed to. You won't be consistent or nothing like that. So just keep that in mind. You want to go, that's how you want to be consistent. You know what I'm saying? You want to go on the path of love and stuff like that. But to start out, right, to this point, I usually do like roughly 11 workouts a day, right? So the first thing that I do is actually use dumbbells. Now the ones I do is 30. I started out as 15 and went up to 30 by last year. But I do about 5 different workouts with these dumbbells. Here's the other one too. So the first one that I do is I do 4 sets of 11 just with simple curls like this. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I do 11 4 times. And the key component of doing that is you want to make sure your body is straight like this, and you just want to use solely your arm, everything in your arm like this. 1. See, because like when I was first doing, I was doing it like this. You won't gain muscle like that, like on your arms, because you're mainly using your back and stuff like that, and you can have back problems like that. So you just want to use your arm and keep your posture straight. 1. Same with this one too. Now, if you want to start out as just with 1, I suggest if you're first starting to work out and stuff like that, I would go around like 10, 15 pounds, 5 pounds if needed. I would go around there and steadily just start going up at your own pace. Like I was telling you, go at your own pace. That's best for self. But the key component is keeping that posture. You could do about 8, 9, 10 reps of that, but I do 11. Or you could do 12 too, but I do 4 sets of 11 with those. So in total, I do 44 reps of that. All right, the second thing that I do with the dumbbells is this. Now, I grab both of them like the first one, but this time I just do this. 1. So doing 1 on each arm is 1 rep. Same thing. 2. Second rep is done. And I do 3. So I do 6 of those. 4 sets of 6. And I want to keep working, keep that form straight. All arm. You want to use all arm. You don't want to use none else. All arm. And when you get done doing that, the other one that I do is this one here. I just use 1 for this one. So what I do is I just bring it like this. Boom. That's 1 rep. 2. That's 2 reps, right? And I do that on each arm. Do that like that on each arm. And I do 6 reps of 4 like the other one. Key thing with that, you just want to make sure your posture is straight, arms is straight, because you just want to use your arm. You just want to use your arm. You don't want to use nothing else. That 4th thing I do with dumbbells is I take y'all over here. Let me see. Now I sit down with these ones, so I'll just show y'all these steps right here. So this is pretty much what I do right here. When I sit down, I grab both of them. When I sit down, I be like this. 1, 2. So when I do those, I do 11 sets of 4. I do 11 reps, sets of 4. So in total, I do 44 reps. I do that, and then the fifth one I do is this. 2. It's kind of similar to the last one, but what I do that time is I bring them together. I made it touch each other, then I bring it down. Once I let it hit each other, that's how I know that's a rep. 1. Then come back down to my shoulders. 2. That's what I do with that. And then also to add on, when you do curls too, because I have it from the side like this, but you could also just have it out like that too. So it'll look like this when you do it. One, two, three. You can do it like that. Sometimes I do it some days. I kind of like go back and forth from the side, or I just go for just straight up like that. So when I do one set of this from the side, then the next set I'll just do it like this. One. That's what I'll do with it with the dumbbells. But for the most part, that's everything with the dumbbells. The next thing I do, that's 5 right there. That's 5 workouts right there, or whatever. The 6th thing I do is I do push-ups, right? So I'm gonna show y'all how I do push-ups and what I use, and I'll show y'all how I use the like without the things that I got. I'll show you. So pretty much, I use these right here. Some people may do this, but it's kind of like, it kind of allows you to work on different forms of push-ups and stuff like that. But typically, I just do like regular ones. I'll probably get into the different ones at some point, but what's that? The most important thing is that when you're doing push-ups, you want to go all the way down. Because I know when a lot of people do push-ups, they don't go all the way down. And on top of that, they do it fast. You don't want to go fast. You want to go slow with it. Because that's how you gonna build your muscle up. Like, see how that's just built up? You want to build up your muscle like that. You know what I'm saying? And it'll just really work on your chest and stuff like that. So pretty much, I'm trying to see if I can get it at an angle. There we go. So when you do push-ups, like I'm gonna show you how I do it with this and then without it. And in total, for me, I do 174 push-ups. Now I set it on 174 because I'm more so using like solfeggio frequencies to kind of like meet that deadline or whatever. I don't know. It's just something I made up. But I'm gonna show you how I do it with it and without it. That's what it looked like with it, and I'm gonna show you without it, because it's a little different. You know what I'm saying? And when I do like 25 a set. So I do 25 push-ups each set. And on the last set, I do 24 because it adds up to 174. But when you do push-ups, you want to make sure you're all the way down. And you want to go slow, so you can really feel the your muscles being used and you're being in control. Because when you're able to do that, you'll be able to change the speed of how you do it. Like I can show you, like you can even hold that position for a minute, like very sternly, like in a good way. I'll show you. Because I was just able to stay in one place in that position, because I trained my muscles right here in my chest to have the strength to be able to do that, right? So that's 6. I do that, and then 7. I do these right here. I forgot what these called, but I think hand grips. That's what it's called. But I use the hand grips. I do about I don't know, 66 on each hand. So in total, that's like maybe 132. I could be wrong, but it's somewhere around there though. I usually keep it around the max on this one goes about to 90, I know there's some that go that's like 132, things like that. But I do these a lot every day. Um, Now when you do that, it helps with your forearm right here a lot. It helps a lot with that. You do that, and I do 66 on each arm to make sure it's all, you know what I'm saying, get the reps in. Um, the eighth thing I do is it's these right here. So these are like balancing pods, and basically what I do with these is that you pretty much balance on them because it helps with your calf muscles right here. It helps with that because it helps with your balance pretty much. It helps with your balance because I know when you're building upper body strength and then you don't really work on your legs like that, it could create an imbalance. So it's like you're creating an imbalance that way, and you will be off balance even more. If you're off balance before, you're going to be more off balance since you don't really work on your legs and stuff like that. And I use these to work on that pretty much. I use these and I jump rope. Now I ain't got my jump rope with me, but I got a weighted jump rope, and it's about 1 pound or 2 pounds, and I do 108 jumps every day. I just jump rope with it, 108 jumps every day. That also helps with your calf muscles. But pretty much that's the ninth one. But pretty much what I do with these right here is I just balance it. I take my shoes off sometimes. I just been balancing off one like that, you know what I'm saying? On each leg. So when I'm done with this one, I go to this one just like that. Boom. I do it just like that, and I do it for each leg for about 54 seconds. 54, sometimes a minute, or sometimes 50 seconds on each leg. And doing that every day, that will help a lot with your balance and your calf muscles, and even straighten up your posture too. And then I do pull-ups. I don't have a pull-up with me because it's either in my house or I go to the park. And when I do pull-ups like this. So I don't grab it from behind. I do it like this. And you can even do it like this. I do it like this sometimes too. But mainly when you do pull-ups, you want to make sure you go all the way up. Boom. Boom. Down. Up. You want to make sure your chin is above the bar. And I do 100 pull-ups a day. That will help a lot with your core and your shoulders and your arms. Just working all of that out at once. You know what I'm saying? And doing 100 of those. And one of the last things I do is sit-ups. I do about 100 sit-ups a day. Yeah, I do 100 sit-ups a day. And that is just strength, mainly for the core, so your core could be strong and very sturdy and stuff like that. Because for me, I play basketball a little bit, and I know when you play basketball stuff, you want to make sure that your core is aligned. And because if it's not aligned, then it's going to be kind of hard to do things that you want to do on the court, like as far as shooting the ball, stuff like that. And that arm's helping too, you know what I'm saying? But I work on my core because I help a lot with that. Just keeping like my core strong for my shots. Like when I shoot the ball, I can have more control of how I shoot the ball and where it's going and stuff like that. Because when you're shooting, you're using your whole body when you shoot. A lot of people just think that you're just using your arms and stuff, but you're actually using your whole body. And the way and how, depending on how the structure of your body is and the shape it is in, it determines how good your shot is going to be. Um, Along with mechanics too. So that's why I work on my core. And honestly, you should be working on your core regardless. But yeah, I think that's 11. That's 11 workouts. That's what I do every single day. Now you don't have to be doing like crazy workouts. Like I know a lot of people do a lot of different things. Ain't nothing wrong with it. You can do that. You know what I'm saying? It's just if you want to keep things simple and you don't want to be doing all that extra stuff. But I'll say do it like this because it's very effective, especially as a vegan. And it gets you right. It really gets you right. And yeah, that's pretty much it. You know what I'm saying? It just helps a lot doing it at your own pace because I know when working out, people can become pressured and stuff like that. It's like you want to just be self when you work out, and that's what anything. You want to be self when you do workouts, when you get up, when you live. You want to just be self, and that's why I was telling y'all it's important for you when you're trying to work out. You want to make sure you're on that love path. If you're not on that love path, especially if you're destined to be on that path, then you will not be consistent, because that's the biggest thing about this. It's about consistency, and you want to operate in love for you to be consistent and make sure that you have this strength for the rest of your life. You know what I'm saying? But that is pretty much it. I'm gonna wrap it up here, and y'all let me know some things that y'all guys know about if you guys work out or something, because I like learning new things about it. Because when I learn new things about it, then it just benefits me, and then I'm able to share whoever I can share it with, and it just spreads around and stuff like that. But this is what I'm spreading to the world, to y'all, stuff like that, because I just thought it would help somebody, because I know I was struggling trying to get like muscle and stuff like that, because I lost a lot of weight and muscle and stuff like that. But you want to really just work within, and it will just all formulate by itself. So all in all, if that's what you're thinking about, because I was there myself, don't worry about it, because you will get there at some point. You just want to make sure you work on self and operating at love, and it'll all come together like it was nothing, I tell you. But anyway, that's all I got for y'all, man. Y'all stay smooth with it. Love and blessings.